Good morning, everyone. On this first day of 2024, good morning. There were some interesting interferences last night, and I would like to say thank you to our angel friends, our ancestry, the Star Nation, those in the multiverse, those in the universe, those are present here with us right now, standing on behalf of the sacred, that divine, that divinity called life, growing through all things, flowing through all things. The protectors of this essence, I would like to say thank you, and this is your candle. I wish you to be protected by the Most High, surrounded and blessed and imbued with the power and strength of the Most High, that essence which flows through all things. May you move boldly and surely forward without any interference. That is for our angels too, who are also working behind the scenes to help us, huh? There's some Palo Santo this morning. Ooh, Heavenly Father, angels, please protect us as we move forward into this day and this year. Please watch over and guide us. Give us a message as to what it is we can expect. Well, okay, so we'll go for the central energy. Spirit, what is it that we got the King of Cups here? Upright. Somebody is emotionally balanced and diplomatic. A leader is on scene. Challenged by Ace of Cups in the upright. So there is a new proposal and marriage. Challenged by dominance. Challenged by those who want to dominate the proposal and the marriage. King of Cups is challenged by those who wish to dominate this new cycle of love and marriage. In the subconscious, we've got the King of Pentacles reversed. So this is who he's thinking of, a greedy, stubborn person who's obsessed with wealth and status. That's his foe. Potentially a Leo Virgo. And we've got the King of Cups is fire, water, Aquarius, Pisces. So the King of Cups and the King of Pentacles reversed. The King of Cups in the upright and the King of Pentacles reversed are boop, boop, boop. And they're fighting over this new beginning of these new love and marriages here. And on the end there's a victory. They're fighting over the forward movement, the departure. Who gets the departure, right? In the recent past. Got the moon. So there have been some things in illusion, hidden, something hidden. Intention and expectation is to cause some sort of hesitation or recklessness, bad choices. In the near future, We've got the Four of Cups reversed. So somebody is got a sudden awareness and they're withdrawing. They're choosing happiness, checking in for realignment. The lens they're looking through is the Knight of Swords reversed. Somebody's restless, unfocused, and burnt out. Unpredictable, with a disregard for consequences. In the environment, we've got nostalgia, going back to the beginning of joy and innocence. Hopes and fears. Judgment. There's a reckoning to be made. Everyone's under judgment. In the outcome, temperance. Balance is restored. Balance is restored. And on the bottom of the deck, we've got the Lovers. Lovers come together. And we've got Death reversed, resistant to change. Those who were coming against these reunions, these divine unions, they're fearing change. They're trying to hold on. They're trying to hold on. They have to rethink their approach. They've been deceiving their own selves about these creative opportunities and love situations. They've been living beyond their means, obsessed with work, and they're going to be receiving a tower. The King of Swords is bringing it. And this is the end of the cycle. They're going to be heavily burdened. King of Cups. King of Cups. Using the Ouija board, or perhaps the King of Cups has got a good relationship with Spirit and is working in tandem with Spirit in regard this new cycle. Because our ancestors are in spirit, and this concerns them too, this new cycle. What kind of world are they going to come into? What kind of opportunities are they going to have? He's working closely with them regarding this new cycle, this Ace of Cups. Yep, the tribe. There's a tribe, and it could be, there's a whole tribe in spirit that he is working with regarding this new cycle. There is a King of Pentacles reversed who's greedy, and he's could be suffering a material loss. He's obsessed with wealth and status, and he's financially inept. It looks like he may have to remember his roots. He may have to remember where he came from. There's illusion in the past. So this is the way it came out. And I'm just going to leave it like this. Okay. We got important, disconnect, communication, explorer, and grave. Illusion and mystery. Something's very important to be, something needs to be disconnected. And this is the communication card where they're boxing with each other, right? Obviously they're not really communicating well. They'd rather fight than communicate. And explore, they're out there in land that they don't really know. They don't know what they're doing, okay? And they're working with the grave, or maybe they're going to the grave. Maybe what they did is sending to them to the grave. And that's why the moon is here, because now they're in fear and anxiety. Maybe they were exploring grave magic or something, and they somehow got themselves disconnected. From being able to communicate with who? The living? I don't know. But this is really important. Somebody's holding back, they behaved recklessly, or they made bad choices, or they're going to make bad choices. The intention, expectation is that they'll make bad choices. Somebody did something with the grave. They explored something that they weren't familiar with. Some sort of communication. And it could be that they got disconnected. Perhaps the ancestors, perhaps they were exploring grave magic. And they were trying to communicate with spirit, and they got disconnected. Yeah, they got disconnected. And now they're in fear and anxiety. Spirit doesn't want to have anything to do with them. Justice is being served for the witch. Who made bad choices. Who is now in fear and anxiety. Somebody has a sudden awareness and they have to accept something. They're checking in for realignment. Wise guy. A wise guy has to check in for realignment. He has to retreat. There's, in the lens they're looking through, they're impulsive. They have no real direction. They're unpredictable with a disregard for consequences regarding service, whatever service they provide. Or maybe they're acting with a disregard for consequences against those who are of service. We've got the Six of Cups, so there's a nostalgia. And we've got here and now, but it came out in reverse. So whoever it is that's trying to return to the past, it looks like they're not able to make it here and now. They're not able to bring it forward into the present moment. They're under judgment. They're a chicken. There's a backstory to this. It has everything to do with the snake. And they're under judgment, seeking forgiveness. Balance is being restored with temperance here. And there's also competition. So balance is being restored in this competition. There's been this competition, and now we're going to bring balance and harmony to it. The arcana is. Okay. And they will make it a state of perfection through the work that they do. Yes, they will. Their perception is going to bring forward a visitation from somebody in the limelight. Those who have been doing conflict, they're going to be getting a new teacher who's going to teach them how to be wholesome, reformat their personality. They're going to think this is fun, and they're invisible, so they're going to be sharing their hospitality with folks who are going to be hiding under the table. Man, they're not going to want any of this, but this is their privilege. Okay, they wanted to be a player. And now they're going to experience some defense. There's attention brought to this problem. They martyred themselves over things and vanity. So peace and creativity are being restored. And you're on your spiritual throne. You survived. You've got your body and you've got your optimism. And even though Daddy might be absent, he's aware of your innocence and the promise, okay? And religion is sitting here looking at their prophecy like, what? And they're all embroiled in drama. All their teachings about forgiveness and faith had nothing to do with love. They lost their compass. You just sit there and do nothing, okay? You managed your hardship. You drove right through it. You were conscientious the whole way. You were being you. You were honoring your song. And it's time. This message is being brought because everything has been seen and you're going home as is. As is. You're good enough as is. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to play. Okay? And it's time for your evermore. The days of being haunted from the kindred spirits, those who shine. Oh, you see everything with objectivity now. And you know that these people who came against you aren't sovereign. So, your ancestry is here. Yeah. There's a swap going on. You're going to be coming into a leadership role, and those who came against you and forced you to wear cloaks of addiction and suffering and all of that, those cloaks are coming off. King of Cups, working with the spirit, working with his tribe in the spirit. They're in spirit court. They're in spiritual courthouse. They're bringing justice to this situation. There's a new beginning, and this whole tribe wants in on it, okay? There's a new beginning, and this whole tribe wants in on it. They don't want these lovers to come together. That's the challenge for this King of Cups. There's a whole tribe that does not want him to come into this new beginning. They are in alignment with this greedy King of Pentacles reversed, who is financially inept. He's obsessed with wealth and status, but he's financially inept. The only way that he can continue to stay wealthy and have this status is to continuously steal, right? And he needs to remember from where he came, the woman who birthed him, right? He has lost all track of his origins. And he has no respect for them. He works against his own mother to steal her pathway. To put her in or maybe he's working with maybe his mother taught him how to do this. Maybe he has to remember that it was his mother who taught him how to steal pathways. I don't know. Or open pathways. Maybe his mother taught him how to open pathways, but maybe, I don't know. There's something he needs to remember. He's not remembering something. He's been doing it, working with the grave on this main female. Trying to cause fear and illusion for a main female. A witch is receiving justice. Maybe they think she's a witch, but it's on the distant horizons. There's a wise guy who's checking in for realignment. He's got to choose happiness. Yeah. Wealthy man, sudden wealth, and courtship. I don't know. He's a wise guy. He's got to withdraw. He's got to withdraw from this sudden wealth. He's got to withdraw from this courtship that's coming up. This wise guy who's a wealthy man who is interested in the sudden wealth of this upcoming courtship. He's a greedy thief and he wants to steal it. He's a wise guy. He's coming in. He wants to steal. He wants to steal the sudden wealth of this courtship for this main female. And this King of Cups, what the heck? And he has to back off. He has to retreat. He's restless and unfocused and burnt out. He has a disregard for consequences. He wants to come against this person who is of service. He wants to make sure they don't receive their unexpected income. Somebody's not able to return to innocence and joy. They're not able to bring it to the here and now. Somebody wants to return to innocence and joy. It's not in the here and now. For a privileged lady, they're taking it away from her. They're coming under judgment for this because they're a chicken, they're a snake, and there's a whole backstory to this stuff that's been going on in the family room. There is being balance and harmony brought to this competition. Balance and harmony is being brought to this competition. A whole community is corrupt. There's an official person on scene who may be facing poverty and bad health, going on a journey. There's a message here coming to a false person about a main male. Has somebody concerned. They're going to be in despair, this mature man, and they're going to be in imprisonment. They're going into the big house, man, in imprisonment. And there's a coffin here. They're under adjudication. They've received this message of concern. There will be a change. This man can't get this main female out of his thoughts. Somebody's expecting something. This mature woman, for all the work that she did against these people of high honor, against these people of high honor, who are going to have a child and a marriage, and they've been given a gift of great fortune, and these thieves are right there just on them, man, like stink on shit. Stink on shit. Lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. They're in the courthouse right now. This King of Cups is in the courthouse with his ancestors. There's lightning happening. The anger needs to be controlled, or somebody's going to be sorry. He's challenged because the lovers, this whole tribe doesn't want the lovers to come together. They're trying to stop this new beginning. Career. They don't want these people coming into their career. They don't want them getting this new job. Scissors. There you have disappointment in some of her. There's disappointment in some of her. This King of Pentacles reverse is greedy and obsessed with wealth and status. He needs to remember his origins. He's forgotten where he came from. He needs to remember something. There's dealings with a relationship with a younger woman and great good fortune. It could be that he has targeted a younger woman who has a great good fortune coming in for her. He's found his 4-leaf clover and he wants to go pick it. So there is an opportunity or a windfall, successfully overcoming a problem. There is a bridge. So this main female successfully overcomes all of these illusions that have been cast upon her. A witch made bad choices, took risks, acted with fearlessness, and is receiving justice on the distant horizons. Oh. So, major challenge to overcome. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. So they were coming after the path with money, the main female. They were coming after her. And hidden secrets can harm you. And they're going to be experiencing a financial pinch. What they were going after, it looks like they're not going to get. Because the main female successfully overcame the problems that were laid upon her path by these ones, working with the grave and, yeah, I don't know, graveyard magic. Someone is leaving your life. This wealthy man who is a wise guy, he needs to retreat and check in for realignment. He needs to leave. He's going to be leaving. There is courtship and sudden wealth here in the future, but you got all this crap around here. Happiness and well-being. This Knight of Swords is coming. He's reversed, and he's coming for those who are of service. He wants to make sure they don't receive their unexpected income. He's attacking. He feels something is lacking in his life, perhaps love, money, or goals. So he wants to steal it from these other people who actually have it coming to them. There's a return to childhood memories, but it's not here and now for the privileged lady. It's not here and now. It's in the past. She could be an older woman. She could be an older woman. She's on the road to success. She could be having dealings with a fair man, a blonde or gray-haired man with white hair maybe. And good advice from a wise person. Perhaps he will be a wise person. Perhaps both of them are wise people. Perhaps both of them will receive wise counsel. Somebody's coming under a chicken with a backstory to the snake is under judgment for stuff they've been doing in a family room. Someone you know is undependable and insincere. Balance is being restored to this upside down community who's been in competition with these courtships, this whole community. So balance is being restored. Oh. Slowly but surely you'll get ahead. So it's going to take a little time. And a meeting with a stranger could be important. There may be some sort of agreement. It's going to take time, but there may be some sort of agreement which restores balance and harmony within this competition. Dealings or relationship with a man with a dark complexion or hair. A wish is granted, and you will receive a gift. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming, and romance is in the air. And on this side, we got you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. You'll be experiencing success and climbing toward success. Perhaps in April, something will happen which brings new creative ideas, new ventures, and a fresh start. That's going to bring somebody else great personal sorrow, and you're going to have to be okay with that, okay? It may bring a man great personal sorrow. He may want to give you a gift, or you may be receiving a gift, but you don't want to feel tied down or frustrated by this. It's like it's discord. It's a discord thing. You're walking away from that. You don't want to be around stubborn, aggressive people anymore who will gossip about you. You want to change for the better, and so that's what you're doing. You're moving forward. Romance is in the air. You're leaving behind the past. It's kind of too late. It's kind of too late to make any commitments in that area. I mean, that would have been in the old cycle. You know, the time to fix things would have been in the old cycle, but this is the new cycle, and folks just didn't take advantage of that opportunity to set things straight last year. So now they're scrambling. in the beginning of this new cycle to change their plan. Like they couldn't win it through Discord, so now they gotta like join the team, right? But I don't know. It looks like there's going to be a handshake. It looks like there's going to be some sort of an agreement that will bring balance and harmony. But I don't know if it's going to actually have anything to do with an actual like personal commitment, you know, other than the agreement. So this King of Cups has made a vow. He is very connected to spirit. He's challenged by this love, by this proposals in marriage. This tribe doesn't want the lovers to come together. There's disappointment in some affair and in some career. They're stubborn. They don't want to hear it. There's a greedy King of Pentacles reversed here. He needs to remember his occupation, his pathway. He's lost his way. He could have gotten, but there's some fury here. Somebody's furious. Dealings or relationship with a younger woman. She's furious. She's furious. Perhaps he didn't get what he was supposed to get, and she's really mad now because he was supposed to give her something. He was supposed to give her a good, great fortune. He was supposed to give her a good, great fortune, and now she's furious because he remembered the work that he needed to do in order to open this pathway. The ancestors working with him? Are they changing him? Are they helping him to remember who he is? Are they bringing an ending to this? Are the ancestors helping him to remember this? Because pathway is, look, it's open. It's like, and all those butterflies, those are ancestors, and they're all going toward the light there, right? And so there's this work, but it's like, remember, child, remember. Remember, but then there's like an ending to this. So whatever it is he's been doing, I don't know. Maybe he remembered what it was that he needed to remember about this pathway for his ancestors. And maybe that has this younger woman furious because he promised her a great fortune. Looks like there was some exploration done communicating beyond the grave, but it looks like they were disconnected from that, and that's very important. It brought some fear to a situation, maybe, or maybe they're under illusion. They don't know what's going on now. There's a great mystery. The ancestors really aren't working with them regarding this main female who has successfully overcome a problem and now has an opportunity or a windfall. I don't think the ancestors are working. Well, there is a whole tribe here that's coming against this King of Cups and his ancestry. This is weird. Libation, religion, something to do with religion. There's the grave. They're exploring the grave. They're doing religious, I don't know, is it dark religious practices against this main female? With the intention, there's a blessing. So it could be that they fall into their own trap regarding this blessing. They were trying to come after this blessing, But I believe this blessing is the money path, which is waiting for this main female. And these ones, this witch who's experiencing justice right now and major challenges and a financial pinch, they're fell into their own trap. It doesn't sound to me like the ancestors are real happy about some stuff. Coach. So somebody's not willing to take any advice. They're refusing to take any advice. This could be the coach that's leaving. So there's a wealthy man, he's a wise guy. He has to accept what's going on. He's got a sudden awareness. He needs to check in for realignment. Somebody is leaving their life, and it could be their coach. Whoever it is that's been coaching them could have left their life or been removed from their life. Maybe he decided he didn't want to work with them anymore. Restless, unfocused, burnt out. Something is lacking in their life. They want to come and steal the unexpected income from those who are living their life of service to others. They want to bring a separation to those people who are of service and their income. So they want to separate these people who are living their life of service to others from their income. That's this wealthy man's goal. He wants to steal the unexpected income from those who have been living a life being in service to others. He wants their reward. It's right there. He thinks he deserves it. He's a thief. He's not able to puppet somebody, though. So there's nostalgia here, a return to innocence, a Six of Cups. It's not here and now for this privileged lady, but she is on the road to success. She may be an older woman. She may be having dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair, and he could be coming in to give good advice. She's all about self-love. Judgment is here for the chicken who has a backstory with the snake, doing things in the family room with people who are undependable and insincere. It could be that they have a supernatural disturbance, or maybe they will have a supernatural disturbance, or maybe that's what they've been doing in this family room, sending this kind of thing out to the people, and they're under judgment for it. Balance is being restored. Slowly but surely, we're getting ahead, and a meeting with a stranger could be important. So balance is being restored for this community, this upside down community who's been in competition. Over this real estate. They don't get the gift. They've got commitments that they're bound to. They're protesting this reunion. They don't feel that this main female should have gotten aid. They're on overload. They wanted to cause an accident for her and have her stressed out. Okay, but there's justice being served. She's coming into her marriage. These ones aren't in sweet dreams over that. They don't have any alliances. They weren't able to bring a loss to this feminine by bullying her. They weren't ready for this. They're not going to be able to indulge anymore because she triumphed and she gained. This is the conclusion. They weren't able to interrupt her promise, her union, and she is coming into it. She is coming into it. They were not able to interrupt her union, and she is coming into it. Cups made a vow. He's an honorable person. He's emotionally balanced and supportive leader. He's tolerant and empathic. He's in the courthouse with his ancestors. And there's anger there. He's there with all his friends. They're angry over what happened, but they need to control their anger. They're rightly angry, okay? Because their relationships, their careers, their love has been interrupted in a big way by a whole community, a tribe of people who are stubborn and don't want him to experience love or any of his family. They wanted to completely eliminate them from the playing field because of greed. They wanted to absorb their blessings. That's all it is. It doesn't have anything to do with hating them, I don't think, but it has to do with greed and a need to absorb the blessings of others. That's it. It has nothing really more to do with it than that. They see somebody who's been in service to others, who's got a good reward coming to them, and then they want to go use their skills to steal it. There's a younger woman here who is furious, and I just think that's funny. Let her go out and get a job. Growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. So there is a lot of growth in this situation. It could be that this whole thing has really blown up into something ugly, right? These ones here, they're guilty. They're guilty of bringing death to the pathway of people who are working in service to others. They bring them death and then steal their path. That's all they're guilty of that. And then they take their good fortune. And she's furious because she didn't get somebody else's good fortune. She didn't work for it. She was expecting somebody to give it to her, and now she's like this spoiled little brat having a fit because somebody wasn't able to steal her divine inheritance that she doesn't have the capacity to earn. She doesn't have anything within her that is worthy of what she's trying to steal. She doesn't even have the skill to steal it herself. She expects somebody else to steal it and give it to her. And maybe she feels she deserves it because of whatever energy she put out, right? But if she's stealing other people's energy and blessings, then she doesn't deserve jack. If she feels that she deserves it because of the energy she put out, then she should also recognize that the people who put out the energy to earn that reward deserve it far more than she does. Far more. Somebody's learning how to trust, right? Or maybe she trusted that this was going to work. Or maybe it was the main female who successfully overcame a problem with an opportunity of windfall because she did trust. She trusted her inner voice. And so all of this stuff that they were doing against her, it didn't work. They fell in their own trap. They fell in their own trap. Coming after the abundance and the blessings and the money path of this main female. They fell in their own trap. They're going to be receiving a death. This wealthy man is coming into a death. His coach left him. self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others. They weren't able to puppet somebody who was of service to others, who has a high self-esteem. They're coming into a reward, and these ones are pissed off. They weren't able to puppet this person, so they weren't able to get the unexpected income. And maybe something is lacking in their life, love, money, goals. They tried to steal it from this person who was living their life of service to others. They tried to come in and steal it. Like, they don't want to live their life of service to others, but they want the blessing. Maybe they're going to be separated from a community because they're envious and they bring adversity and doubt to the world. That's all they do. They don't bring anything good. Envy, adversity, that's all they bring. I mean, I suppose in a healthy level, that might be good. But when it becomes like where everybody's envious and everybody wants to bring adversity, then there's no more learning from anything, is there? Because it's not balanced. You know, anybody who's like living in harmony and balance and peace and all of that, a little adversity might be good, you know, to try to keep those senses alive, right? But when it's overblown like it is, when it's so out of balance, where people want to eliminate and wipe out entire species of plants, animals, and people because they don't feel that they deserve to have space here, then I just feel that that's like envious. That's like so bad. How can the Most High want to reward that behavior? I just don't know. But they think that they can become the Most High. And they think that this is going to be the way that it is. This privileged lady is acting with courage and discipline. She's full of self-love. She's innocent. She's joyous, and she's moving into this a time of nostalgia. It's not here and now, but it's coming. This chicken who has got a backstory with this snake, they're mentally disturbed. They failed. They failed. They're in denial. Imagination. It was all in their head. They thought that they were going to be able to do this. It was all in their head. That was their whole purpose. That was all they were here to do, was to steal this gift. And now they're in grief because it didn't work. That was their whole purpose for living. And they're in denial. They're like, no. They have, like, they're in denial that this empathic person that they made so lonely discovered that they were not alone. They were connected to their intuition, and they didn't need to control anything. They're an honest person who lives a life of happiness. Judgment is coming. Judgment is coming. And those people who are of service, they look to the lighter side of life. They didn't get dragged down. They didn't get dragged down into worry. You know, they persevered through this thing. They lived a life of gratitude. And they know that there's no greater goal than to love, which has given them their freedom. And they forgive everything that has come against them because that's what is required to maintain balance. They know that if they happen to enter into a fear state, that is just testing the resolve to live in the energy of love. And so they act with patience, and they breathe through it, and they move through it, and they accept responsibility for their own well-being. They're peaceful. They're bringing change. We're coming back to love. There's no regret. They love themselves. And they see themselves in everyone. It's that divine essence, right? I hope that this gives you confirmation for what you already know. And I hope that you have a beautiful first day of the year. I'll see you on the next one.